Chris Paul traded from the Washington Wizards to the Golden State Warriors right after he was traded from the Phoenix Suns to the Washington Wizards. As soon as Bob Myers stepped down, the Warriors look like they're going in the wrong direction, in my opinion, with this trade. I mean, you make a trade for Chris Paul, an older guy, giving up a younger, up-and-coming Jordan Poole, who played all games this year, despite the Draymond Green situation. He still came to work. He still produced. I know his numbers dropped playoffs, but he's young. He'll get right. He'll get better. I know there's more upside. There's more production in Jordan Poole than there is Chris Paul, who's coming into his 19th season. So this move right here is a head scratcher. You get older. If you look at the Golden State Warriors, their problem this year was not a point guard. They didn't lose to the Lakers because they didn't have a point guard. They lost because they didn't have a big man. They didn't have nobody to stop Anthony Davis. And I don't think you're no closer to doing that, making this move, and then you look at what they gave up to get Chris Paul. I mean, here's the compensation. You don't have to start paying on a deal until 2027, a few years down the line. But, that's a second rounder, and then you give up a first rounder 3 years later, which I know is some time. But, giving up anything for a guy like Chris Paul and at his stage in his career is a little bit too much. Giving up just Jordan Poole is too much for me. I would have rather have kept Jordan Poole if you had asked me, but like I said, Bob Myers not calling the shots no more, man. Bob Myers was the mastermind at the Golden State Warriors, and without the mind, you can't think right. And as you see the results here with this move right here. So on the basketball side of things, you look at Chris Paul. He's coming into his 19th season. He has a hamstring injury history. He's always injured in the playoffs with that hamstring, just like this year. You look back, Houston Rockets had a chance to beat the Warriors. They had a chance to beat the Warriors. I think it was game 6, I believe, when he was on that Rockets team with James Harden. And what happens, man? Chris Paul again goes out with the hamstring, just like he went out this year in the playoffs with the hamstring. So I don't see how that's adding to a Golden State team that's been there, done that. Like I said, don't need a point guard, especially a guy you make this trade for who may not even start. Chris Paul may not even start. So, who they might have plans of picking somebody else up. What's going on? Because I know you saved some money with trading Jordan Poole, but you get older with Chris Paul. So that move, it doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. I know that Draymond Green and Jordan Poole had incidents, beginning of the year with the punch, made headlines, and that was an ongoing story throughout the season, how they were going to interact with each other after the incident. They ended up being professional about it. And now it's the offseason. Everybody wants to know what's going on. So I understand if you want to move on from Jordan Poole, that's fine. But Chris Paul, get a younger guy, get an up-and-coming power forward, take a shot with somebody. I would rather have took a shot, I'd rather them take a shot with somebody young, up-and-coming, and see what you got, rather than going out and giving up the capital and the stuff that they gave up for Chris Paul, when you already know what you're getting. You're getting an older guy who's going to be hurt in the playoffs. Older, inconsistent guy. He's not giving you the numbers. This is not Cliff Chris Paul, with the State Farm commercials and the mustache and all that. This is not that Chris Paul, This is older, inconsistent Chris Paul. So That's what you're getting if you're the Golden State Warriors. So it's going to be interesting to see what other moves that the Golden State Warriors are going to make, because this one is a head scratcher, and it's like you need a big man still, because Chris Paul is not watching Anthony Davis or Jokic if they would have made it past the Lakers. So I don't even know what he was going to even bring production wise. Is he even healthy? You know, like so many questions with Chris Paul, so many questions with this trade, with this move, so many questions of what the Warriors, what direction are they even, you know, I mean, you see the direction they're going in. So that's a bad question. So what do you guys think about the Golden State Warriors making a trade for Chris Paul, trading Jordan Poole, second round pick 2027, first round pick 2030? Like I said, the compensation is years down the line, but that's just a little bit too much for a player who may not even start. So Chris Paul going to the Golden State Warriors. We'll see. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.